Hello, hello, hello. So today we're going to call and talk about the Gold Coast. And what is the Gold Coast, you might ask? Well, it is something we've already been talking about. That's right, ancient Ghana and Mali. So you've heard me mention these people before and the society. And so we're going to dive a little bit deeper into what is going on in ancient Ghana and the ancient civilization of Mali. So, ancient Ghana saw its height of popularity and power between 400 and 1200 CE. And also, so that was Ghana, Mali saw a huge growth and height of its power between 1200 and 1400 CE. And in their time, these highly developed societies were renowned in North Africa and areas around the Mediterranean type things. However, Europeans as a whole had no idea they even existed, and they had limited knowledge of anything within the African continent until the 19th century. And for that reason, Africa was often referred to as the Dark Continent. And that is where these two ancient civilizations would have grown, thrived, and fallen, all within the label of Dark Continent. Because the 19th century was a period of the 1800s, so almost 400 years after the fall of ancient Mali and the civilization that it had. Now, the reason I've got so much gold up here is because a modern day Ghana was called the Gold Coast. And that's because it was just that, a golden coast, a place where all the gold was and came from for ages and ages. And so sometime between 1200, 1400 CE and the 19th century, the British had taken over a large portion of Africa. But when these colonies and areas that were where ancient Ghana and Mali were gained back their independence, that is, their freedom from Britain's rule and saying we are our own countries, they adopted the names of Ghana and Mali as a tribute to the Western Africa's past that they had lived through and the past of their home environments. So, although ancient Mali and Gala were very similar, they were also very different at the same time. And so that's what we're going to dive into here today. So if we look up where Ghana is, ancient Ghana, in fact, you're going to find out it's in Western Africa. And in particular, it's bordered by a desert, the Savannah Desert, world's largest desert, on the top, and the Sahara Desert, on top. And underneath is a grassland as well. So there's a hot desert on top and a grassland below it. There's a river, the Niger River, which is not shown in this picture, that runs about right through here, like this, and comes down like that. And it is one of the key rivers. So, yes, the Nile runs up here through Egypt and down, but the Niger with a G runs over more around here. And so that was their source and the reason almost that ancient Ghana became so popular, because in 400 to 1200 CE, that was the thoroughfare, that was the highway, and the easiest way to transport goods, especially with a desert just north above you and more desert below and unbarren land. You weren't walking, you weren't taking your Mercedes Benz, you were going down the river with a boat. And so people would come from all over, use their boats, get to Ghana to pick up gold that was being flooded in from the south and salt that was coming in from above, and they would normally meet in Timbuktu, which was kind of in the middle of nowhere, but that was its prize. And the reason it was so successful is because it was in the middle of two places that were also the middle of nowhere. And so that's where the gold and the fame came from, and how the rise of ancient Ghana began in 400 CE. And so, not having trees or anything really major to build homes with, the people of ancient Ghana built their houses out of mud, hard clay, and straw that existed. And that is where they lived their homes and how they. However, it's key to know that although these houses looked simple, the ancient Ghana people didn't use them for anything besides sleeping in and storing food. Because the climate was so hot, they didn't want to stay inside. They would rather be out in the breeze, getting some air on themselves. Now, I guess if we zoom back in that picture, they're not wearing a lot, right? It's super hot outside. But what they did wear was gold, gold everywhere. They were dripping in gold because ancient Ghana and the kings of ancient Ghana were the only ones allowed to possess such large quantities of gold. And so it was everywhere, and it was easily accessible to the Ghana people. So they wore gold jewelry and cloth that had strands of gold thread woven into it. So wearing a lot wasn't really necessary because of the hot weather, but what they did wear, their tunics and their breeches and sandals, everything had gold.